Going all for the new gear, I assume? Yep. Those are interesting bracelets, where did you get that?
I have no idea where I got them, but I can't wait to have the other versions with incoming healing and attack med on them. They'll be better.
Yeah, I've
I have
only got
not
one.
seen them drop yet.
Yeah, I've only got one. On the warden, I'm at around about 500k morale, and when I buff up fully, it's 62% for both.
62% what?
Fismet and Technet.
Attack with the gambits,
Yeah, that's with the gambits included, yeah.
conviction and everything. Yeah. Yeah, that is
Like
one.
100k Technet buff.
Wow.
The warden tank's still not great though, because
You have something on me, right? That reduces my incoming damage?
oh, you should have frost armor. Yeah.
No, I was just checking my damage type. Now it's 30, but no, I guess not. Wonder if it's stacked. The one you have that reduces damage by 10%. I wonder if it's stacked with my battle hardening buff.
Oh, they do stack, yes. It stacks with 2 arms as well, and so it gets pretty high. The only thing it doesn't really stack with is, well, doesn't stack with is. There is actually an interesting niche situation where putting SOD on someone increases their incoming damage.
What?
On
someone or even on self as well?
On someone. So
on someone else.
So if you have 3 minis, spam encoder, you get their incoming damage down to like 1%, and they just take no damage and are basically.
Oh,
and then
wow.
if you put SOD on them, it doesn't stack with any other damage reduction, and so they start taking 25% damage.
Oh, damn.
But how often do you have 3 minis or spam encoders?
Yeah, not often. Well, these experiments can be, I guess, done with the landscape mobs they have, like those Nazguls. In Mortar Besiege, you can have like 3 minis and just send in somebody just to check it out.
It's a theory that people have done it in raids. They just go 3 minis healing, only spam encoder onto 1 tank, and then they're just immortal. They did it in Anvil. It's sort of,
wow.
You lose a DPS slot. But it's kind of exploity, I don't know.
Well, it's creative. Bloody hell. I've never seen it done though.
One of the people on Faded got their Guardian banned because on 4th boss, you know the tunnels to the side where the Ice Beast can be?
Yeah, where we get the...
there's an ice wall barrier that you can clip through or jump through.
Uh-huh. And do what?
So that is 39 meters. That ledge is 39 meters away from the bridge that you run across during the run phase of boss 4. And Frey is 40-meter range, and so what they did was they frayed the boss as it was running up there, and then it ran off the bridge and fell off and just got stuck.
Wow.
And a GM was watching as they did it.
Oh wow, who alerted him?
So he got permabanned on one of his original Challenger accounts.
Damn, permanently banned.
Yeah.
Wow. Harsh, but oh well.
Sorry, I'm not really focusing on doing enormous amounts of healing. I don't need. When I sit down and focus on with this tanky build, I get just over 50 onto Guardians and onto Captains about 60. which is not quite as much as Bjorning's.
Yeah, earnings are
probably
still pretty
I don't
great.
even use an ally on my Bjorning right now. I just use the 2 crafted axes because together they give like 90k. And the only thing I miss
Are
out
the
on
crafted axes
these
teal ones?
crafted, yeah, crafted.
Are they good? I haven't
They're
crafted the
really good.
weapon for offhander for mine yet.
So they're a lot of vitality. I think 33k crit and a couple of thousand fate, like 4,000 I think.
Oh, wow.
It's an enormous amount of crit.
The problem I'm having on my Bjorning, I think I sorted the jewelry out. I have all the jewelry that you need. And the problem I'm having is gear wise, like what gear should I be wearing? Because I was hoping I could craft like a helmet which was heavy and also had outgoing healing and stuff, but there is none.
Yeah, so I'm still using anvil armor with outgoing healing and crit essences in it.
Okay.
I'm at 360k morale with 35% both hits, I think. So I'm just a tanky boy on my Bjorning. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I run, I think, only 55% outgoing healing and 26 or 27% crit.
Okay. So I guess the outgoing healing essences I should focus on. I think my crit is still a little low. Might do that as well. So anvil gear, huh? That's what I don't know what new gear I could get. Like maybe I can do some with the outgoing healing. Some pieces have like really nice 53k outgoing healing and stuff like that, which
Like
are
that?
light pieces though.
I'm not using
Light
I'm
armor,
not
yeah,
using that.
exactly those.
Yeah, I designed this build for doing tier 5 filth, well, tier 3 at the time, but it's still good for tier 5 filth well.
Mm-hmm.
I've done tier 5 filth well on Hunter, Warden, Captain, RK, and Bear.
I've not done filth well yet. I mean, I could try, but I'm been really only doing mainly dailies, and then Storwagon takes a lot of time as well.
Yeah, for tier 3 you'd be fine. For tier 5 I'd want you to be a little bit tankier, just because the damage bursts. If we get unlucky and there's tentacle burst onto other people, then you have to let the tank take the.
I know many captains are running like 500k morale and stuff.
Yeah. And they're still decent mats. It's a lot of work for a little bit of game. Like in terms of tankiness, so if I'm not maining it, then I'm not going to bother. And the other thing is, because I'm doing most of my tanking on the Warden, I haven't brought my Guardian up yet.
So this is Shion of Sauron. What does that do? Ugru Core Defiler. Does he do anything special?
Not really.
Yeah, not true.
Cuddly cat. Sorry.
Are you playing with your cat?
Maybe. No, Warden, I haven't upgraded the armor just because you don't need the mitts. I'm at 60% with anvil armor, so. Well, 62%. So, and that seems like plenty. At least for now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, can't interrupt that one. Why do I have those eyes and what do they do? Let's see. Minus incoming healing, minus 10% incoming healing. Minus 30% incoming healing. So in total minus 40% incoming healing. Perfect.
You'll be fine. You're a captain.
Yeah, with these new earrings and rings,
Yeah,
I love these.
I'm missing only 1% of that stat line. I'm using the agility version, but
Yeah, you can totally
missing only
do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm missing only one piece of that stat line. So I think my incoming healing completely unbuffed is, not including the man buff, is something like 11.5. And that'll go just above 12 when I get the last piece. And then I got the man buff, and then I got warden buffs, so...
Wait, are we gonna have these Scions randomly showing up in each spell?
Yes, bosses cannot be signs, but all of the bosses' ads can be.
Alright.
The reason why I like RK over Bjorning, even though RK can't heal while moving in Filth well, is because with the RK, when the big damage burst comes, you can just AoE bubble or just single target bubble the tank, and then self motivation, and you've done effectively like 200 or 300,000 healing in 1 second, just to get back up after the. And then you can heal everyone back up after that. It's just you get through that nasty second after the big attack.
Yeah. Is there anything different from tier 3 on the boss? Or same?
It's just the same, just bigger numbers.
Cool.
You hope that you don't get a damage reduction scion.
Yeah, from the goblins, yeah.
No, it's tentacles and
There are tentacles here?
No, in
Oh, okay, in Filthfell, okay, yeah, I bet. Also, there's distributive damage there, or not? I think there is, right?
What do you mean?
If you don't stack together on that, you take more damage in that fight?
There is a distributed attack, but it's only ever cast on the tank if you're doing things right.
Okay.
And the tank can tank through. So when like Berg, I think is the best DPS for it, but you can do it with any DPS.
Why Burglar?
Because they have lots of CC and interrupt, so if you get unlucky and if you aggro 4 sets of tentacles, you can provoke one, riddle another, and then deal with the other 2. And then and they can also knives out to not get killed by the one shot. They can.
Oh, this fucker is not taking any ranged or tactical damage.
Oh right, yeah, that happens. Auto attacks, boys.
Let me call my herald as well.
Here's a frontal, bro. So you might want to move after you summon them and see if you'll get to stay. There we go. Yeah, this is why we melee DPS has AoE to speed up this trash, and this can't happen.
Yeah, champion would be really cool here. Or burglar.
I prefer the warden, but you know, biased.
Oh, warden, yeah.
You want me to send the public service announcement, new warden for anyone who wants it in your group? I don't know if you have any DPS wardens.
I don't. Mine is retired, mainly only crafts now. This update I'm only doing Captain Hunter, Runekeeper and Bjorning. Not gonna bother with the other classes.
I'm really liking the arcade healer, and there's like a lot of room to differentiate yourself. With the HPS gap is not as big as the Hunter DPS gap, but it's almost that big. When I'm not just randomly pushing buttons and I'm actually focusing, I can do good numbers. I'm only doing 6 Strawberries because I haven't leveled up my Guardian or my Burglar. I'm saving the Burglar to level up with someone who isn't getting the expansion, so he's just dead until... Would have been faster to just have me ult and come back.
Yeah, I know, right?
This is the other reason to get a Bjorning healer.
Why?
Well, because Bjornings can do some physical damage.
Oh, right.
But, like, I haven't really geared out deliberately a DPS. Like, my Warden DPS has got a decent build off what I've just been collecting while I've been doing other stuff, but it's mainly been gearing out healer and tank. Because the
You're not
difference
doing the
is so
hunter
small.
anymore?
I mean, I play it, but he's not gearing out. He's still got only 300k 300k mastery, so he's trash DPS. Whereas my Warden, I'm at 240k crit and 560k mastery, I think. On the target dummies, the new housing ones, I get 1.5 to 110 in my filth well.
Yeah, those dummies are amazing. They don't expire your dots and stuff.
Yeah, we can actually pass for the first time.
Exactly. Alright, here we go.
I'm not getting any good HPS on you. I'm not even at 55, this is embarrassing.
I'm getting 60 from you.
I think the combat analysis thing includes when I heal your pet towards your account, because it's a bit... Is why there's always a huge difference between what the healer reports and what the captain reports.
Oh, okay.
That healing aggro.
Yeah, he's
Don't
gonna
make me
stay
stop and
here.
heal myself. I'm just gonna blame the lack of defeat events for my low HP. So it's your fault.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting up there, I'm at just about to hit 20. Oh, sorry, just
I'm
about
at
to.
60. Let me know if there is a goblin, because I have a weird camera angle I can't see.
Okay, goblin now. That's on me. Oh no, he slowed me down. And I just made a mistake in my rotation because I'm not bad. Just about to hit 60. Not happy with that performance.
64k, nice. Ooh, that's a sweet one.
What did you get?
Nice. You got a really cool one as well. Finger. Do you need that one?
Oh, I can give you the finger. Yeah.
Do you want the burning one?
I would take it. I've only got one.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a bit of a vitality loss, but the Bjorning doesn't care about that. And it's a gain in healing stats, so that's what the Bjorning
Yeah,
cares
that's
about.
really nice.
That's why a 600 vitality loss for half of a outgoing healing essence seems very much worthwhile. Since I trust you not to die, I'm going to do some.
Sure.
I'll pop in and heal you every now. This is the other reason I like doing this on my arcade. Oh,
Yeah, I feel the same way about the deep battle. Metalsmith.
That's why I'm so gutted I made my hunter a cook.
Ah, cook. Oh my goodness. I have not. I think leveled it up, but I don't know what I'm gonna do in the cook. I'm just gonna use the universal ingredients to craft the food, because getting those other ingredients is a pain in the fucking ass, because you have to go back all the way to like rank 1 or to get some ingredients to craft that, to cook that.
Like last time you had to go back and craft 2,000 bowls of dough.
Yeah, I think that's still there. In one of those balls of dough are needed, and there is like spring barley and winter barley, and
yeah,
it's all over the place. I don't know, is that like a joke or something? Yeah, but I think it is every time. It's like they want to, I don't know what they want to do. They want to make it as authentic as possible. I have no idea.
I mean,
that's the closest
recipe type.
I suppose. I guess. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the word. Like, that's really realistically inconvenient.
Like every time it's on a dare. Let's make it as difficult as possible. All the other crafts, the wardens, or sorry, the scholars, you get the scrolls and then make all the cool new shit. Same with
To
every
level
other
your
craft.
scholar, you just get the critical mats. You make like 500 of those, and then you're
Exactly, the candles.
critical.
Yeah.
Yeah, you make like, I've got like 1100 candles or something, and a whole heap
That's
of
like
stuff ready to be
the best AFK crafting you can ever do. It's like just put it on, will make all, and then just go for a walk or go watch a movie.
No, but you have to repair your tools a couple of times.
Yeah, come back obviously. Come back in like half an hour to repair, if not sooner, maybe.
So that's, I don't have that new, really durable universal tool.
I've seen it. I'm hoping one of these Hobbit presents will give me one. That'll be nice. It's like not that expensive in the store,
It's a
but
scholar
I don't want
crit
to buy
chance
it.
drop.
Oh really?
Yeah, like it's still only 20%, whereas the Western Net ones are 25%.
Oh wow.
I want
Okay.
those for extra scholar mats. I like how Rousing Words is actually a heal now.
They really did something to the Archie heals to make them better.
That front is wrecking. Yeah, like, I think RK is the meta healer for the 3-mans, but I'm not sure where it's going to fit in for...
You're still bombastic, I see.
Yeah, they cut the animation of it. It's like half the length of Rit.
Oh wow. And you can do it on the move as well.
Yeah, it's one of the few things you can do on the move. That's the biggest weakness of RK healer, is you just can't do anything if you have to move. Could be useful instead of overhealing.
They should be like a hybrid build with their own keepers. Half DPS and half heals.
Sad we can't do that, but what we can do, when we're in yellow line, just steady hands for full attunement, cast bubble, and then it takes you back to full damage attunement and doesn't incognito. So you can do that, what's that, every 30 seconds? Or 40 seconds. Every 40 seconds you can do that, which is nice. I'm still curious about when we actually have stats, being able to have high mastery and high crit, testing the hybrid arcane. I don't think it's going to be better than specializing in either one. But
Yeah.
like maybe it's a big improvement on fights where you have to move, better than just going pure. So you can spam your ceaseless when you have to. Because you only have room in the fire rotation to do 4 lightning skills every 2 rotations, which is not really enough to keep up the buffs.
Like a proper, yeah.
But it's barely any loss of fire damage, so it might be better than a pure fire build. Yeah, it's just the other thing is you have to give up instant self-motivation.
Oh, so right, yeah.
You become a lot less survivable when you go hybrid. But in the 6-mans, that might not matter.
When are they coming, roughly?
No idea. So for this, just
maybe
hug one side and work your way back in the room.
Yeah,
we'll
I'll go like zigzag, like this, okay? You
But that creates a wall of poisons. That's why, like,
on the
I
sides
prefer
though.
you stick. So you just. Oh,
I'll
okay.
I'll
Yeah, that works.
stay
That works.
I'll stay till like all the three poison dots are done. Then I'm gonna move to the next spot and
Oh no,
go on this
stay till
side.
6. It's easier if
6.
you just stay. So.
Okay. Let's see.
Gotta give me something.
You're gonna be on the other side, right?
Yeah, you just pick a side and we'll go on the other side.
Yeah, I'm gonna start him on this side, so you can just go behind him. Let me do duty bound as well.
So every time I've done this, without exception, I've had a healing scion add come and heal him full. So just letting you know.
Vorg. Yeah, okay.
One you add on this. I'm missing the add into it. Okay, coming closer. We do have the new add on us. Shit, I'm gonna shred. Yeah.
Wait,
Just sit. You were fine. It's just because of the ad.
I see that
Still
one.
got one on me.
Yeah.
It wrecks my HPS when that happens. After these finish dropping, then you move.
Moving.
These ads are so annoying.
Yeah.
Okay, new set of ads incoming. Jeez, that auto crit is huge. 184. Even my Bjorning is jealous of that one. So we got a new ad. Oh, you can move now, you're on 6. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. You do leave a narrow corridor. And...
I see a Shion. Some
turrets.
icon on.
That's
Ah, that one
corruption.
is.
That's negative incoming healing, so we are going to want to kill that. Kill your DPS. This ad is wrecking my HPS. And you're about to take to 6. As soon as you get to 6, yep, now you move. Almost time to get a healing sign. Is that a scion that's slowing itself?
Yeah, I see him. One more, moving.
Yeah, one more. Yeah.
Ooh, I'm so slow.
I'm so glad they fixed run speed affecting attack speed for water.
Oh.
When you're in combat, when you're out of combat, it still slows animation, so have slow run speed. Yeah, and because bombastic is like quarter rotation now, it means our single target bubble first on the healer is much better too. So that's so do that, and it just overheals you and gives you the bubble.
There we go. There we go.
And then get literally no loot because one person gets something about 40% of the time. So the loot
I
is
bet it's
more.
gonna be Vara.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, interesting.
Anyone get anything? It was Vara. He got the healing thing.
You got the healing what?
He got the healing pants. I've never seen him
Oh,
drop
wow. Wait, the deed still says completed Harrowing tier 3? Really? It doesn't
Well,
say completed tier 5.
that's an improvement because before it didn't count and give you tier 3. So
Oh, wow.
that is so good. I'm just over the moon that I got that. I'm finally going to swap out my anvil gear, so that's a big improvement to tanking.
Nice.
I don't know what essence I'm going to put in it, but
How long did it take us in total? Let's see. 46 minutes?
yeah, it's a little slow, but
Yeah, it was a little slow because I think what I was still working on getting all the stats and whatnot up to date.
yeah, it's a little slow, but it's still fine. And I'm over the moon. I got something. So I'm going. Don't worry, what I'm ashing is my old healing pants that are purple.
Rip. These have 2 slots, huh? That's no 1. Okay. Okay. I thought it
Yeah,
was
it had
2.
no slots for the previous one. So that's so good. I'm going to use that on my Bjorning as well. Now, I hope I don't crash when I do this, but to make sure it doesn't bug the binding, I have to sell it and then buy it back.
Yeah, do that.
But if you crash when you sell it, then you can't get it back, which sucks.
Which
Do
one
you want
might
to
be
do anything?
faster, battle or? I guess Shadow-Roost might be
Barrows is
faster.
slower, Roost is the fastest.
Yeah. Let's do Roost. Although, give me 5 minutes break. You do your thing.
The Morgul Vale, nestled in a cleft upon the slopes of Agathras, lies Garth Dairovol, the Shadow-Roost. It is said to be home to Katlob, the terrible winged broodmother of the fell beasts of Mordor, whose countless children become favored mounts of the Nazgul.
Wait for him to get on Discord.
Do you see what I sent you? For the...
What?
I sent you the warden rotation, just for if anyone in case Raiders wants
Okay.
to do Red Warden.
Nice. Hola, Wara. Alright, here we go.
Hello.
You can't hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Hello, Mara. Can you hear us? Can't hear anything? That's weird. Check the Discord audio settings. Yeah, put your headset on for sure. That'll work.
I just need a 6.
Sure. Is it working now, Vara? Can you finally hear me? Hello, I'm speaking. Yay, okay. Now DPS them fast. Come on. I want to try something after we're done with these mobs. Vara, you try switching to heals and Mitten, you try DPSing.
My DPS gear is pretty underwhelming, but I can.
Do you see my shield? Ready?
Sorry, I just need another second.
Sure.
Okay, I'm good to go. Woo, resist.
I was typing to snips. Oh, there you go. There you fly. There you fly.
Maybe I should go red. Resist and low crit will be less of a problem. Just take a second after you can. Oh, later.
Bloody hell.
Oh, I missed. He's gonna have to retreat.
I thought if I got behind him, he wouldn't punt me.
My damage is so bad. Yeah, I just don't have the gear for tier 5. The resists are too high. Maybe it's just yellow, I don't know. There's a scion.
Which one?
The archer.
Which scion?
Doesn't do anything. If you want me to damage properly, I can go to a DPS class. Just let me go red.
Which one? Oh yeah, try going red. Let's see how that goes.
Okay, off you go. I'm good. Yeah, with my low crit, red still seems better.
Yeah. So I guess for the yellow you really need like a big crit.
Yeah, it's just because I have no gear. If I had gear, yellow would pull ahead. Sally's been getting like 90k on the dummies.
Holy crap.
It's almost as good as the warden, so.
This was on purpose. I wanted to just get to this side.
Closer to the boss, yeah. Hey, that's my troll slayer.
There you go.
Ruler of the Roost.
Alright. This is easy.
Yeah. When I heal this, I just have the tank stand in one place and never move until it dies.
I shall crush you!
Yeah, my warden's damage is about 60% higher than what my archer is doing here. I did this on my warden yesterday. He's got a very slow rotation.
Making Vara work. Work it, Vara, work it. I'm gonna move out. Actually, I'm gonna now. I'll go easy on Vara.
My DPS is not good. It's only like 50k.
Well, fine, Vara. I'm not gonna move from this place until the boss dies.
It's gonna be a while. Jeez, it's gonna be almost 7 minutes. It's really slow.
Do you still run annual every now and then?
I've done it twice since twice since the level cap increase. It's really easy. You get like 700k DPS on boss.
So like, is it easy like a cakewalk? Like even the first boss?
What was it?
You can just nuke him down easily now?
Oh, we did it in like 4 minutes.
4 minutes, so it's just nuke, nuke, nuke and pure DPS.
Yeah, and we did it in 4 minutes with a group who, before the patch, would have been like 8.5.
Mm-hmm.
I know our fastest run that was actually at 120, I think was like 4 minutes 25 or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to see what that group could do. You could probably nuke it without getting ads. I mean, without getting the seconds. Like, without interacting with ads. You just have the Guardian tank them. You saw there's a German group who tried to speedrun it, and they cancelled all the ad spawns, and they did it in like 3 minutes or so.
Alright, so if you're fast enough, ads don't even come up.
Yeah, like one tank, one healer, they cancelled the first ad spawn. And all of their players were top tier. Like, there were everyone, champ, warden, hunter, was over 200k single target, and the RK I think was around about 200k. Just under, probably.
Rah.
Do you want this Harrowing healing mech? I've already got.
Yeah, I think it's better than the one I have on the burning. Thank you. Oh, there's a Scion. Scion?
I say Scion, I don't know.
Me neither.
Oh, here we go. Ow. A pop a res. And then run backwards so I don't get thrown.
I'll move backwards.
Sorry, I don't have to explain that to you, you know what it is. I've been running with some pugs.
What are you doing for the Ithilhan shards?
I'm just not getting any. I buy them.
For the H?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not having any luck. Before it used to drop a lot in these in the craft things.
The frontal on these things is really devastating. I'll get in this DPS. You have DPS getting right?
Yeah, yeah.
I am gonna need to kill that silent though.
What does that do? Let's.
It's a negative incoming healing one.
Hmm.
I'll just single target it. About to get new ads. I cannot see a thing. It's a new ad in the back.
Yeah, I see it. It's just standing there.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to go there when I...
Yeah, I'll get him.
Yeah, I normally have the healer, because as healer you can just stop healing, because it's not that much damage. But I know a lot of groups do even if the DPS do it, so... Uh-oh, that's not good. I didn't do anything.
I'll get him in a few. I'll have to survive till then.
If you can last stand and all that, I can DNF you and I should...
Ah, shit.
Imagine dying to this boss.
Yeah.
Maybe with bugs.
I think it was frontal that killed him. Farah, was that frontal? I guess he was.
The Drake's induction attack does have a frontal, yeah.
Yeah, probably that.
Quickly, toss the egg into the cavern below.
Or just do it.
Cannot see anything. I'll do scrolls and hope.
Should we just have the healer do it, and I'll just stay on DPS?
Yeah. Var, are you gonna get the eggs and drop them off and heal me in between whenever you can?
This is when my low DPS becomes a problem.
Alright, let's step in.
The eggs have begun to hatch. Quickly, toss the egg into the cavern below.
Oh shit.
Why are they not coming? Okay, there they are.
The eggs have begun to hatch. Quickly, toss the egg into the cavern below.
Oh.
to hatch.
I'm on last stand.
Into the cavern below.
I'll get it, I'll get it.
Okay, you heal me. Got it.
The eggs have begun to hatch.
You healer, go get it.
Toss the egg into the cavern below. The eggs have begun to hatch. Quickly, toss the egg into the cavern below.
I'll get this one. Might be the last one. Depends on if it codes. Yep.
Whoa, that was crazy.
Yep, sorry about that. My DPS is a problem.
The eggs were spawning a lot faster than they do on, I think, tier 3.
I just couldn't deal damage to those.
The drakelings, yeah.
Yeah, they must have really high fire resist. The big one just melted.
Perfect. Stun him and get the ore. That is the way to do it. I'm gonna try it again. Oh, it didn't work. Ooh, Evil is running Harrowing T5 as well.
Yeah, count me out.
Why?
Done some tier 3s with them. I was not as fun as I would have liked.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they're doing induction. Don't die, don't die, don't die. Hmm. Is there any easier way to do the last boss of Harrowing? Like, I know the way we did it, but is there any other easier way?
Don't think so.
Snips and company are having some trouble. This one is gonna be fun.
Yeah, so, I don't know how you do it. The way I do it is I start right up next to the boss, but against this wall, and just slowly rotate around as the puddles.
So start from that side and move to the corner? Okay, and
Yeah,
he
so
throws you as well, right? Yeah.
he shouldn't throw us if we're at range.
Yeah, he
If we're
won't
range.
throw you, but he'll throw me around like a rag doll. Alright. Here we go.
Watch out for the paddle and the healer. I'm gonna move again in a sec. Just gotta drop my last one. It seems like it must have really high fire resist because that's not good. But he has DNF.
Get the DNF, Farah!
I really should go lightning for this, I guess.
Oh, really?
My DPS is like half.
Ooh.
Moving so I drop paddle somewhere else. I can self motivation through this, don't bother healing. Just don't stand there yourself. Just gonna drop the paddles in there.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Big throw. Stun. And back.
Yeah, I've never done this as a fire echo before, so I didn't know that this was so hard. Should be dead by now, it's not even halfway. That's gonna evangelize.
Oh, please don't throw me! Oh, I have DNF. I'm up.
No DNF.
Heal me, I'll get him up.
Oh,
Oh,
thought you were moving, sorry. Yeah, just reset. I'll go lightning.
Okay. Throw me off, throw me off. I mean, throw me out. Never mind. Okay, let's try with you lightning this time. I'll do duty bound as well.
Ow.
That was a smack on the face with the tail.
Melee DPS guys. Yeah, the damage is so much higher.
I knew it.
I'm not gonna do my static surges, I don't need it. I'll stay at a distance. Casual 400k.
He should stay on me.
Does he not have DNA?
He does, I think. Yep, make sure to
Refresh it.
DNF each other, refresh each other's DNF.
The skill is so ridiculous.
Oh.
There's some lag.
Yep.
I mean, I lost my grit stacks.
Oh, wow. I'm gonna change position. Oh wow. Cancel your DNF.
Okay, I will cancel mine. Make sure you move. Yep.
No lag.
Oh, there I go. No, no DNF. Sorry, I had no idea what you were
Bloody.
doing. Yeah, we'll have to reset. I had no idea what you were doing in position. Yeah.
Yeah, I should have taken his hit. I just got behind him to avoid his punt. And he punted you instead.
When you get punted across towards this side, just go back to next to where you were, and just slowly make your way around this wall. It's much easier for us.
Okay. Let me see how much damage am I taking. Okay. This is mostly half acid and okay. Let me see if I can up my attack meta a little bit. Okay, change the attack meta a little bit. Alright, here we go.
Ow, he is stealing.
Ay ay ay. I don't have a DNF.
Okay, reset.
Damn it. I'll come res. Let's see if I took more damage this time or less. Was less than before, I guess. Yeah, puddles. I was somehow ended up in 4 puddles.
What are y'all running?
Shadow-Roost, the dragon one.
What's going on, fellas?
Oh, let's see, CJ. Nice pants. Bloody hell. Your pants have more armor value than the ones I'm wearing. How was the last boss?
It was a pain for Cause, but
Yeah.
once we got it to where he figured out how to do his pulls properly, and we got I mean, he had it where he was like yelling way too early, and so
Oh right.
the wolves were fucking eating Snips and my asses up alive.
Do any of you have a tome of defense that's not bound on you?
What's up, Mitts?
The gear's not broken, but mine's yellow as well. But
Is that Vara?
you just go one more time, you should get it.
Vara says hey in fellowship chat. He says hi.
Speak, bitch.
You wanna go repair now or wait?
Just we'll repair if we don't get it this time, but we should.
Alright. Now and get you my tome? Sure, go. Repair. Should put a DNF on him so he spawns here if he falls off.
Yeah, that Scion shit's not fucking fun either.
It's, yeah. At least we know that they're there with the eye over their head. But yeah, I gotta figure out which Scion it is and what to do with it. I wonder how the Scions are in the battles. They'll be extra pain in the ass.
I didn't have any. Like, I've done like 4 tier 5 barrows runs, and none of them have had any troublesome science. Had like slow science in it.
Let me check store. Tome of Defense. Okay, I'll buy it from store. Got it. All the resistance food we eat, it doesn't do anything. We should resist this freaking dot of us.
What we need is for me to send my healing gear over to LM and then I just GSI you and it's a piece of cake.
Oh yeah, I've been wanting
Or
to try this on the...
you do know that the LM's bear completely breaks this instance and the boss just goes AFK. Or at least it used to, I don't know whether they fixed it. Like you taunt it with the bear and then the boss will just stand there and kill it.
Because he doesn't attack bears?
No.
He has a kind heart then. Gonna eat food again. And here we go.
Damn, how much morale do you have, Mitz?
275k.
How the fuck did you get 275k?
I run 330 on my healer when I have Capua.
Here we go, fellas.
Is it right? You wanna risk it?
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna run back.
I still have not crit an epic conclusion this entire instance.
Three petals? No way. Thank you.
Easy. 1 million damage for coming in now, into.
Oh, 3 petals. I'm gonna move.
Make sure you don't go stay in the middle.
Nice talk. Gonna be greedy going for the double. Oh, a triple.
3 petals. Oh,
Hits for so much.
She's like, I don't like you over here.
double punt.
Let's go for it.
What is she doing? Oh yeah, I was waiting for the tail swipe.
That was some serious lag though.
Yeah, I think she lagged as well. Moving.
Still no conclusion crits. I hate that skill so much.
Stun recovered.
Yeah, running backwards is OP. Still no crits. Does it even crit anymore?
I don't know. Ah, I should recover.
Oh, I've made a mess of these puddles, I'm sorry.
Gonna
I will
move to the other
self-motivation.
side actually. Move. I'm gonna put him here.
Looks like margaritas.
All green.
Yeah.
Refresh your DNFs. Just saying.
Got one.
Oh wow.
What? Did he go as well? Did he die or did he fall?
I'll res him.
Yeah, both got
He didn't fall.
knocked the fuck off.
Okay, he's up.
Sorry about that.
I'm getting shield of the unit. Alright, let's finish him fast. In harm's way, lost. In harm's way, done.
Easy.
Oh, wow.
Sorry.
Crazy.
Not much.
Wow. I didn't even get the Etelgard. Didn't they say it'll be a guarantee? And get the crafting component.
Nobody got anything at all. Oh, it's the finger, I guess. It's
Yeah,
one of
yeah.
them.
That's the healing one. Is that... no, I don't think that's good
Lost it.
for the burning.
Yeah, it's
There's a
lost
better one.
2k. That's
But the other one is
the-
good. The earring.
Yeah.
Who got the earring? That's a really nice one. Do you need the earring?
I already ashed my one, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the earring? Oh,
Yeah.
I already ashed it, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just assumed it's the bad stat line, so I didn't.
Oh, is it? It has a ton of mastery on it.
I've got that, and I've got the essence swap ones as well.
All right. Okay.
Both
The
are better,
critical one
so-
is good. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, the attack. There's one with attack,
Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, that one.
TM
I-
and crit, and then
Critical and tactical mastery. Yeah.
yeah, sorry, it's in the slot where my DPS one normally is, but I forgot I was.
The slotted one is really nice as well. I think I got one last time we ran the TGT3.
Yeah, and in tier 5 instances, you can get even better than the blue one. Like, you get a blue air slot that. It's the same as the 409 one I linked, but higher item level and an essence slot, so it's really good.
Oh.
yeah,
From TGT5?
No, from tier 5 3 man.
Oh, okay.
From the
Okay.
new stuff. It's the
Oh,
new
you're-
one, but it's got a message.
you're talking about the
Nice.
obsidian tier, right? The one that has a shitload of tech mastery and tech mitt, and also has a slot in it.
No. Crit rating, tech mastery, and an essence slot. You know, thank you for those, right?
Oh yeah, fun runs. Good to run. I guess I did not have a finesse necklace. Oh, I did, okay. For 13. Yeah, it's a bit better.
Yeah, I'm at just under 330, and if I quit these, I lose a bit of vitality, definitely.
That's a healing build.
Yeah, this is my healing build currently. Yeah, 32% both nets. And you still got healing, no problem on healing output. It's just really tanky
Yeah,
healing
healing
build.
was really nice.
So if I put a vitality in this,
Well, that crafted neck is really nice.
yeah, if I put a vitality in that,
That is a critted version, I think.
yeah, yeah, if I put a vitality in this leg thing that I got, I don't lose any vitality. I gain a lot of Fizmet and a lot of outgoing here. So that's going to be worth it.
Yeah, exactly. Almost double the Fizmet. More than double, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to phase out the anvil gear as much as I can.
Yeah, I don't like the anvil gear. I want new stuff on the interceptor. Don't want to do anvil anymore.
I don't think it's cheating too much that I use 5 gold essences when I made this, because like, I'm more than tanky enough. Like without it. And I'm going to phase out the head and shoulders as soon as I can. I just can't find anything worth it.
Too bad none of those bracelets dropped with incoming healing and attack med. Would have been really cool.
I lose a tiny bit of vitality, but it's worth it. Outgoing wow.
Which
Outgoing
one?
healing is up to 66.
66.
I've been running at 60, so.
Wow.
I do need to start stacking more crit. I think long term the crafted crit necklace is better, not just because it's more versatile to run DPS at the same time, but also because outgoing healing is much more plentiful than crit.
Let's do something, CJ.
What do you have available, CJ? Would you be able to do more stuff?
Give me a sec. Got a phone call.
Pilgrim bone worshippers hides far within Gorth Adnur, the deep barrow. He and his followers seek to complete some dark ritual of necromancy and must be stopped.
What is Tor doing all alone on that channel?
Ooh, yak, I do not like the crafted chestplate.
Which one is that? What stats?
Tech mastery, outgoing healing, but it's like a 1600 vitality loss compared to what I'm using.
Oh wow.
It might be worth it actually. I'm still a tanky boy. It's just I need crit. But I'm not wasting shards on that, I'm just using anvil stuff.
Yeah. Hola D.
Hello everyone. Hello Mittens. It's been a while. Nice to hear your voice. Hope you're well.
It's nice to hear you as well.
Where is my DPS?
I gotta pick up the quest, bro.
What are you gonna do? Dailies in T2? Okay.
No, but I'll get some shit done. I'll get the
The wanted ones.
exactly.
Exactamente. Oh yeah, steal my power, baby. Steal it all. It's all yours. You better hurry.
No worries.
Did you see the burglar pants CJ got?
I did see some nice teal pants.
So teal pants do drop, so that's good to know. So about that sigil to Ember thing, apparently you just have to finish the Reclamation 4.
Yeah, I know it. But the only problem is that it's a weekly, and you can only get 500 embers at a
So
tune.
yeah, what I did was, so I unlocked that thing on the captain. Wow, they're hurting. They're hurting. On the captain, and after that I kept doing the dailies and then saved everything and sent it to my runekeeper, so now he has it unlocked as well. So now I can do like 1,000 a week on 2 tunes, and we'll keep saving and do the 3rd tune as well. So just send all the rep to the 3rd tune and unlock the Reclamation 4 on that one as well.
I have 49 1,000 relics on my archive. I just send them all to my archive. And
Yeah,
it's the
that's
only one
the
that's actually used. So I can get as many recipes as I want, or I can send them all to another character to unlock if I want.
Dereko, you're not killing the pile, I see.
I didn't even know there was a pile.
The motherfuckers keep spawning and spawning and spawning. I'm like, what's happening?
You know, I could get out my runekeeper. This would be a lot faster.
What are you doing, barrows?
Yeah.
The bone piles have a fixed number of spawns.
Oh yeah. Well, I think they're standing on 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. I see 4. Pew pew the bone pile. I'll just stay here.
No problem.
Pro strats is you walk close enough to spawn the first set of ads, and then you step back and the other ads just stand there, and you can clear the first wave or two before you kill the bone pile and the last. It's what you do when you have bad healing when you're doing tier 5.
No, we just doing the T2. I had we have a lock left on T2. And you never know, maybe the good bracelets might drop here. Or earring, or ring. CJ!
For tier 5 barrows, the mit check you need is 200k morale with 35% mits, or probably 220 with 30%.
For light class or heavy? Or medium?
Well, that's just enough to survive the one shot for Hilo or deep, and that's all you need to do. And even tier 5, the last boss is soloable if you have like 2 hours spare on Warden, because you can self-heal.
Yeah, and if you stand at like the correct spot, none of the ads come to you.
There's a way that some of the Russians exploit it where they stop the big AoE attack from hitting the healer and the DPS, but doing that requires positioning where ads spawn, so you have to deal with ads, and I'd rather just deal with the big AoE than do that. Plus I don't like exploiting, so both of them.
Yeah, you're gonna want me to alter my Runekeeper. It's gonna take a long time. This tune is just. I've just scratched the surface of this build. You know. I mean, we could do it, but it's just gonna take a long time.
Take a long time.
If I'm on a Runekeeper, it'll be twice as fast. My mastery.
I guess, yeah. We can, yeah. Let's do your Runekeeper since it needs gears.
Not that
Then
I
if I
mind
get
you
any-
dragging me through, but bless.
No, no. If I get any tanky stuff, you can have it as well. And if you get anything, any healy stuff you don't need, I can have it.
Yeah. No worries. So what do you think of this expansion so far, Mr. Mittens?
I think it's got a decent 3-man meta. There's still not that much to do, and it is plagued by game breaking.
Yeah,
I
there's a
don't know
lot
if
of.
you've-
Go ahead.
I don't know if you've noticed, but none of the mechanics work inside Field well. I don't mean anything to do with first boss. The second boss, what's supposed to happen is he has a different movement animation and he starts stomping down on the ground when he hasn't hit anyone for a while, and that's what starts breaking the platforms. So what is intended is that you tank him for a little bit and then move away and kite him just for a little bit, but he doesn't start stomping and breaking the platform. And so you're doing a little bit of kiting, a little bit of tanking it, and it doesn't break platforms. And also, if he hits you continuously, then he'll spawn tentacles. So you can't only tank it and you can't only kite, and you do a mix of both, and it works. But it's bugged so that any contact he makes with the platforms at all will break them. Doesn't matter if you're standing still tanking him or not. So that's broken. And he will always spawn tentacles even if it's the first attack he's done for ages. So that's broken as well.
That sounds unfortunate. By the way, Ali, I have both artifacts and rhymes for you if you need them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're on my mule.
I haven't crafted any of the crafted relics because I missed that part. I was away then.
Do you know any spare tanks?
Spare tanks.
Yeah,
Is Cass
doing
on?
Roost again.
Yeah, Cass is on.
Is he a tanky boy?
He is. That's CJ and Derek. CJ and Snips ran with him and got the D5 done.
Sorry, I needed a beer. Okay, I'm back.
Oh, no worries.
Is there a bone pile somewhere?
No, it's. I think it's the invisible one.
Yeah, I think the way I can most accurately describe this latest expansion is it feels like two different teams worked. Because I love some of the visuals of this. I think that Minas Morgul is very beautiful and well done.
Mhm.
But then a lot of the other stuff is just so half baked that you go, the art direction team and the people in charge of the nuts and bolts are on two different teams. And these people are not on the same page because the art direction is beautiful. There's a lot of really beautiful stuff. But the problem is that a lot of that beautiful art makes it laggy as I mean, really the fog effects at the top of Minas Morgul. It's cool, but it creates lag that those people that were working on the the nuts and bolts probably would have been aware of and said, maybe with this old busted ass engine we don't want to do too much fog effect type shit. And then
True.
I mean,
That's
I just
true.
don't know. I really love. I think Minas Morgul. When you go up on that plateau,
Yeah.
and you look across and you see Minas Morgul, you can't help but being, it's a very beautiful edifice. It's really cool. It's a really neat, beautiful fortress. But just from a from a nuts and bolts perspective, I don't know. It's unfortunate. There's a lot of potential in this update.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I like
I
it.
think
Generally.
Harrowing is just a glimmer deep. It's spammable, not much to it. 3-man. I think it's fine to have one of those. Barrows I think is really well designed, but it's slightly too long, too much trash. But I think it's the best of the 3-mans. Roost is a bit of a mixed bag. It's another stun lock boss, and which just isn't fun to tank, and it's very it's got some randomness to it, and Filthwell is just interesting idea, but completely broken, so we don't get to evaluate it.
Yeah. I haven't really mustered up enough courage or stamina to really dig into any of the instances, really. Because I waited to buy the expansion, then I leveled all my tunes simultaneously. So I really only started to do T2s and 3s over the past, I'd say, couple weeks. So I don't have as much experience as some do with these instances. But I pretty much agree with your assessment. Filthwell is a bit of a fucking mess, but I do like the burrow, and I also, why are these whites still coming?
I think you're standing too close. Come here. Come
Dude,
to
I
this
killed the
side.
bone pile already.
I know it's like bug or what. I don't know.
And then there's the bugs.
Way too many bugs.
Yeah, I do not mind them delaying an instance release by 2 weeks if it means it actually works.
Agreed. I agree with you, man. I would even have them bring the game down for 3 days and store
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
come back and everything works. That would be perfectly acceptable. So long as we got a stipend of TP or some such other such nonsense, in compensation.
Exactly, for the VIPs.
But
Or
go ahead, mate.
something like 150 virtue experience. That would make. That's your 3 Hobbit presents that you're missing. Oh no, that's 60 virtue experience. Sorry, they're 20 each.
No, I enjoyed the landscape. I thought the quest flow was nice.
The quest flow was
Go ahead.
quest flow is nice, except for the epic and that stupid new recruit and how that phases with the siege.
Yeah, that seemed kind of half baked, right? Like they were gonna do more with it, and then they just kind of ran out of. It just seems like I
the
don't
zone
know.
just randomly ends out of nowhere.
Then there's
You're
that
doing
too.
stuff and then
Yeah, you're on the path, and then things run out, and you're like, but wait, I'm missing 7 quests for the team. So if you don't do the task board, if you don't do the
oh no, there are no quests.
there are, but you kind of need to go seek them out. So there's a few areas that you don't have a quest to go to, but you go there, and then quests will. And maybe that was just me missing things, which is entirely possible. But that area that is down in, if we go furthest to the east, there's a big fortress. I forget what it's called.
Turingvat. Turingvat? Is it Turingwath or something else?
It's the major fortress to all the way to the, and then underneath that is basically an area where there's a bunch of spirits, and there is no quest that brings you to that area. But if you go down there, a bunch of quests will pop up.
No, there is one quest when you're doing the epic.
Yeah.
When you're doing the epic, there's a quest next to where you're doing the epic, and the epic is the only thing that takes you to this dude. That tells you to set traps in 3 places, and that's the only thing that sends you there.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
CJ.
But still, like, you're doing stuff, and then story-wise, it just randomly ends. It doesn't seem like a good reason. Like, the zone's over suddenly.
Yeah, you're right, mate.
The flow on that was a bit iffy, but the rest of it, I thought the flow was really good. I enjoy it. I've got a good path for it. I've done it 6 times.
I love the roaming threats, the 9. I think that's brilliant. Really well done and a clever way to make roaming threats interesting. And killing the Witch King back in the days, that's pretty satisfying.
Yeah.
Now, the new Menace Morgul threats are just stupid. 1 hour respawn.
I've heard that about that the respawn is ridiculously long. I've not done them, but I've heard that the respawn is prohibitive.
Yeah, I did it once for the deed on my arcade, and I'm not doing it again because it's 1 hour and you have to camp them because they'll spawn and then they'll start fighting the rangers, but it will only flip the color after it kills the rangers. But somebody who's camping the spawn spot will see, oh, the guy spawned and is attacking the rangers. You get the quest and you kill him, and it never flips, so you never see that it flips, and you never know to go there.
Ugh.
And then,
So
then you have to wait another hour, so you have to camp the spawn.
Now, when you're running on your Runekeeper, are you one of those inspired yellow Runekeepers, or are you one of those old school red Runekeepers, or do you run a smattering of both?
For soloing, yellow is just better. And I always used to solo in yellow, even back in this 120 as well, just because I liked it. Now I do it because it's good. I don't really like it. I feel like they ruined Yellow Runekeeper in terms of how it plays, but it's much stronger. So, and I run red in instances when red is better. Like if I've got an alien for Storm, then I'll go red. If I don't, then I'll go yellow.
That's interesting. I've always have thoroughly enjoyed yellow much more than red. I've always found red to be cumbersome and tedious and, of course, stationary and boring. So I leveled my Runekeeper in yellow, and I kind of grew up in the heyday of yellow Runekeepers being the way to go. So the whole transition to red was one that I made reluctantly, but it was inevitable because of how freaking much more powerful they were through the later stages of the game. And I welcome returning to yellow, and I would love to build my yellow LIs out, but I can damn well tell you that I'm not building out an LI until they fix
they
provide some. Yeah, they have to provide some nature of us to be able to get these fucking empowerment scrolls. And there's a lot of ways to do it. If you go through your wallet and you just look at all the useless currencies that we have, that are most of which are probably fucking capped.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, man, just do something with any of these old currencies that. I mean, my wallet now it's huge. If I try to put it in my pocket, I'd break my back.
I mean, I could try and count, but it would take quite a while.
Yeah, exactly. And this is zone after zone after zone, and of course, the last currency that we had is now obsolete for all intents and purposes. You're never going to go back to the Veils and do Veil shit again because they.
The reason they're not going to do that is because it changes the incentives. it will pull people away from the end game to do Minister of Dailies, but with everything.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you.
But like the reason I don't like yellow now is because they were so sustaining bolt's the same. You only use it when you have a charged proc. You never consume your attunement for it. That's the same. Shocking words is just never worth using ever now because the attunement loss for a skill that barely hits harder than Ceaseless Argument compared to just spamming Ceaseless Argument 5 times is identical. So you never use shocking. So I hate they removed cycling. Epic Conclusion is only worth it if you have what do you call it? Concession on it. Even if your Epic Conclusion is expiring, it has 3 seconds left, which is the perfect amount of time to use it. It's still better to spam Ceaseless Arguments.
So, pardon me for seeming ignorant, but a couple of us have been wondering about rotations in yellow. Do you have a brief summary of your rotations in yellow that you could tell me about?
So keep Writ up. Just keep it at tier 3. If you don't know what to do, spam Ceaseless Argument. When you're at max attunement, use Essence of Storm and Sustaining Bolt when you have a charged proc, so it doesn't consume attunement. So just use those when the situation lets you. Always prioritize Vivid Imagery and Static Surge over everything else, and that's it.
And I'm back. Sorry.
Welcome back.
So it's like 3 rules. Every probably 12 seconds, use Writ once. Use Essence of Storm and a charged proc Sustaining Bolt when you can. Static Surge and Vivid Imagery off cooldown. Spam Ceaseless Argument. That's
Now, when you say Writ, I'm sorry. When you say Writ, you're referring to Writ of Fire, correct?
Writ of Lightning. You can't have Writ of Fire.
I didn't think so. I'm just looking through my trait lines right now. And again, forgive me, I'm asking you questions that probably bore you, but it's been so long since I've run in yellow, and even when I was running in yellow, like I didn't know the names of the skills. I know it's so stupid, but it's like
I used to not know this. I only learned the names of the skills, all of Bleeds for Warden, when I started teaching people. I didn't know the names of them. I just knew what they did. So, I understand it's fine not to know the names of the skills.
Are y'all talking about yellow line skills?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about the rotation in the yellow line to get your attunement up as quickly as possible without losing any
about that. I'm not a big yellow line fan, but
so yeah, the thing is, you never use Epic Conclusion. You never use Shocking Words. Your attunement should never go down. So you just get it up at the start, use a concession or whatever, and it never goes down. You can just forget about it because you don't cycle anymore.
That's why you say they broke yellow line.
Well, and conceptually they broke it. You're no longer building attunement quickly and consuming it and cycling through that, and then weighing it against your cooldowns against your procs. Like if you have 8 seconds left on your double buff, I can't remember what it's called, the one that buffs Epic Conclusion. You've got 8 seconds left on that. You're not going to use a Shocking Words because you're not going to get back to full attunement and then use Epic Conclusion in time. So that's an example when you delay your Shocking Words. And it was that sort of responsive stuff that made it interesting. And you were managing your attunement at the same time. It was great. But now there's no cycling. There's no attunement. Is basically not a mechanic for yellow arcades anymore. And it's got like half the skills of the other DPS. Yellow arcade honestly reminds me of ESO. There's like no skills and the interactions are very simple. Can I just make one more complaint about Yellow Arcade?
Please.
The double buff thing. I keep forgetting what it's called. I'll look at it. Closing remarks. The thing that buffs Epic Conclusion reduces its cooldown by half when you use it and increases its damage slightly. Still not working. You have to use it when there's still 3 seconds left because it only checks that you've used Epic Conclusion after the animation finishes, and it's got a horrifically long animation. So if you use it when you've only got 2 seconds left, you use Epic Conclusion, it benefits from the damage buff, but the buff will expire before the Epic Conclusion animation finishes, and so it will go on full cooldown instead of being half off cooldown already. So it essentially shaves 3 seconds off a buff that's only 20 seconds long. That's really frustrating. It shouldn't be like that. I don't see why. I don't see why it can't check. Oh, you've got this buff on, so when you started using the skill, so we're going to give you the damage and the cooldown reduction immediately, not have them check like a second and a half apart.
CG, you can come up. There you go, brother. Perfect.
Does that complaint make sense?
It does make sense.
And the other thing I don't like about Yellow is just it's so horrifically random. Sometimes you get 4 Static Surge procs in a row, and sometimes you don't get any for like 2. And Static Surge being your second biggest hitting skill and what drives your DPS, it's crippling to get. And there's no way to interact with your RNG on it. You can't get more or less procs. It's just completely random. Nothing you can do about it.
Until you get better one, this should be good.
There's some ass shit for you, bro. Just ember that or whatever you need to do with it. It's garbage.
Critical defense.
Yeah, it's a mess.
Anybody
Yeah, that
need
bracelet's
this-
perfect.
This crappy ass pair of boots.
Oh, no, I think want the one with the critical rating. I guess those are the more in ones. Ash it, CJ, ash it.
That was actually pretty cool where you died, I died, and CJ died. No, you died, CJ died, and I died. You came
Yeah.
up, I came up, and CJ.
Yep.
I can dig it. Are you bothering with Storvagan, Mitten? Are you doing those as well?
Yeah, so I've done 2 of my 6 for today. My tank and one of my healers.
Alright, we're gonna get a bracelet as well at the end of our troubles.
Well, did you hear that they reduced the cooldown? So the
What?
instance you should have it because they've been fucking up, right? And they had to bring the servers down repeatedly.
Yeah.
They reduced the cooldown from a 24-hour cooldown to an 8-hour cooldown.
What?
Yeah.
You kidding
reduced
me?
it. No, I'm not kidding you. And it won't
They did it
show.
again. So they do that again.
They did, and it's kind of a half-assed way to solve a problem. Like, I would have preferred they just extended the festival for a week. But instead, they make it like they put the burden of completion upon us. It's like, we know we fucked up, but get cracking, bitch.
Play
You're
more.
like- You're like,
So how much time is left of it?
I think there's only like 3 or 4 days, dude. I'm not sure.
No.
The
8th of January.
yeah, it's in January then. So
Oh, that's plenty of time then, eh? That's plenty.
8th of isn't that just after Christmas? I mean Russian Christmas?
Yeah, probably.
Isn't Russian the 7th? Russian Christmas?
It's on the
can't
7th,
speak
yeah.
to that.
Yeah, that's a Protestant Christmas, yeah.
But yeah, there was I've been kind of trolling the forums a little. Like, I've been playing this game for 10 years. I've made 4 forum posts.
I've made 0 because the forums are broken.
I know. They're so broke. And then the best part is that the GMs don't even go to the forums. They go up. You're like, you're using the forums. All you're really doing is talking to yourself.
They don't,
But
what did you say? They go to what?
They usually go on Twitter when they have something that they want to enlighten us about. They'll just put it on LOTRO Twitter. The last place they'll go is the
DNF,
forums.
DNF. One of you.
I got you.
Thank you.
But yeah, Mr. Brown's put a couple forum posts up. And one was basically I kindly asked them to extend the festival because of all the downtime. And the other one was, hey, listen, I'd love to build out a blue line for my Runekeeper, but I don't have 1,200 empowerment scrolls. maybe we can do something about that.
Yeah, make catch-up scrolls of empowerment the standard drop instead of endless ones. So for the people who are already there, still same amount of grind. You do like, we have to get like 20 empowerment scrolls, whatever, to update our allies. But it means you only have to get 1/5 that for new allies. Easy. I don't see what catch.
It seems like a common sense fix. I'm sorry we keep talking over each other. My apologies.
Yeah, I don't see why catch-up scrolls should only be a store thing or whatever, wherever they come from. But like, I don't see why you can't just add those to the loot table.
They don't want us to do that? I mean, I have to. That's what I would assume, is that they want us to buy the 4,500 LP package.
Well, that's the thing. Like, it is their cash cow. It's what's keeping the game going. So, like, people getting upset about it, they have to do something, but they can't do too.
Yeah, I'm in both camps on that. Like, I get really frustrated that I'm a VIP and I have 10,000 LP and I can't buy the expansion. But then, in the same vein, I'm like, well, if me spending $40 is the reason that they can keep the game afloat for another year, then I'm down. That, and if I take my wife and 2 kids to the movie theater, in 2 hours I'm going to spend more than $40, which is what I spent on the expansion. And I've gotten plenty more than 2 hours worth of entertainment out of what I purchased already.
2 hours multiplied by 3 people. So.
Fair enough. Yeah, but even still, I can promise you I've put a lot more than 6 hours into this expansion so far. And I've enjoyed it. So I'm in both camps, yeah.
Yeah, I was considering doing what I did for Mordor, which was I waited until I don't know if you remember. I logged in and said, when do they make it so you can buy the expansion? Okay, I'll see you in 3 months. I don't know if you remember that.
I do remember it, and I tried to do it, and I lasted about two months. I almost did it.
But yeah, this time around I decided to get it.
Okay, there is a bone pile in this room. Let me heal up, and then you guys gonna nuke it. That's the goal.
Very well. And I'm also of the mind of, if they're releasing content in the state that they're releasing it, they desperately need the money. Or else you wouldn't release the content until it was, a bit more vetted.
Yeah, so Filthwell on release, sometimes it would bug in a way, you'd have to reset the instance to fix this. Whenever the boss spawned ads at 75%, it would green bar and then go out of combat and reset back to 100%. So it was literally impossible to do the instance. And it would do that like 40% of the time.
Perfect.
So like you clear the trash, spend all the time doing that. You'd arrive at the boss, get it down to 75%, and go, okay, we have to restart the instance. and then you do that again, and you'd have to restart the instance. And then you get lucky and you'd get one that's actually doable. But then it was still completely broken.
We got the bone pile, right?
Yeah, the bone pile's dead.
Yeah, we can ignore it then. We can move on.
Do you don't mind if I wait on a res, CJ?
Now, we'll pass through there.
Thank you.
Gotcha.
You gotta be careful just not to aggro anything in that room.
Yeah, if they execute the 6-man properly and the raid properly, it's all gravy as far as I'm concerned.
In my mind, like, I'm glad they're doing Lead the Charge instead of Original Challenger. The main reason for it is that Original Challenger is almost always on all the servers, an like most of the servers for Abyss was people who used the ledge on all 3 bosses.
Yeah.
The people who beat Anvil first, of the first 10, I think 8 of them exploited boss 1. Because they couldn't beat it, so they shoved the boss's face into a wall so it didn't attack it.
Remove its corruption.
Like, Original Challenger is just an exploit face, whereas Lead the Charge is whether you can actually do it. And it still often wastes like at least a third of the time when the instance is completely broken and they have to fix it, but then you've still got that 2/3 of the time to actually.
I agree with you. I think the people that rush to complete it initially are usually going to find the easiest way to. And you're absolutely right when you say it usually revolves around some sort of expletive. Something that they broke.
Yeah, like, I don't know. A lot of people knew about the ledge on boss 2 of Abyss for Sagrog, but they used ledge for all 3 bosses to get Original Challenge. Like, a lot of groups did on the different servers.
I don't see a bone pile. Do you see one?
No.
Okay.
Because when you drop down and in Abyss boss 1, you can just jump around the wall that holds you in and then be on a ledge above the boss fight and just tank it that way. So you have your 2 tanks on different side ledges and you don't have to heal your tanks. And so that's boss 1. We know about boss 2 exploit, and then boss 3 exploit, the way people would come back in after they died. You can tank the boss that way. It's how a lot of groups did the challenge. Like, they'd do that. They'd spawn the challenge phase in, kill most people, start tanking up on the exploit spot, and then just drop down the DPS to phase the dwarf.
Bloody hell, lots incoming.
So you're raiding with the Russians?
Well, I've got my own group, but I also raid with Russians because I'm in the neighborhood.
Cool, man. Those Russians don't mess around.
Depends which Russian group you get.
That's a good point.
Some of them are Portal and some of them are Warriors of Twilight. Warriors of Twilight actually has a couple of Portal people, but they are the exception. No, I'm really happy with where our group is, because not only were we able to do it with our core group, but we got a lot of alternates who came in from raiding groups on Arkenstone as well. So we've got a lot of depth now as well. We got another couple of good hunters, so I'm not one of our only like 2 hunters. We've got a couple of really good LMs, so I'm not one of only 2 or 3 LMs. And it seems like personnel wise, we've got a really flexible roster now. I'm not even the only good DPS warden we have anymore.
That's fantastic.
The interesting thing is though, like, we all level our captains late. We don't want to play tank captain at the start of the meta. We'd rather play anything else. So none of us, well, one person did, but none of us leveled our tank captains, and then we just don't have tank captains to do the 3 mains when we'd rather have them over game. That was the noticeable thing. Everyone was so sick of yellow captain, they just didn't level them.
I don't blame you. It's like healing on your runekeeper. You know, you could pigeon-toed or pigeonholed into the same role every single time. And just after a while, you're just like, fuck.
I want to kill stuff.
Well, we haven't been able to find our tank Roost for a long time, so I'm gonna.
Oh, I told Cass to send you a tell, but I guess he logged.
Thank you for the runs, guys, and good to talk as well.
Yeah. See you around, Mittens.
Take it easy, brother. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Yeah, that cat takes the game a lot more seriously than I do.
Of course.
It's good though.
We gotta have people like that, obviously.
I don't begrudge him. I put some alien sex fiend on my Facebook yesterday because I was so bored. I was just listening to old music, and a lot of my friends are like, "What the fuck is this?" Ah, good times. Like, you know, I was 20 once. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't always 45 years old.
Obviously. Oh wow, you guys killed him fast.
It's CJ. He's killing
Okay,
it.
there's a pile of bone here, as you can see. Let me heal up. Alright, kill him. Kill him, kill him, kill him. Very nice. I'm gonna pull him out a bit. Let's see if you guys can kill him.
If you guys get a chance and you want to hear something really fucking funny,
Mm-hmm.
please listen to the letter that Donald Trump wrote to Nancy Pelosi.
I've
It
read
is
it already.
fucking
No, I haven't.
fantastic. He's dude is next level, man. Dude
Was
is
it trolling?
he trolls them so hard.
It's a
I got
troll.
my
The problem is I don't think he's actually trolling. And that's the problem.
he is just so he's like honest like South Park could learn a lot from his ability to troll the world. He is trolling people so hard. Whether you despise him
Incoming.
or love him, the fact that he trolls these people like this is just so fucking fun.
Well,
He's
his-
very
the
funny.
the fact that, well, what they do is
Come
that
here and
they
DPS
put-
him. Go. Nuke him.
I gotta target him.
Keep targeting him.
I think that's them. Go ahead, CJ. They're coming at me now, bro.
I got him.
He is so funny. I'm sorry. I just thoroughly enjoy him. And, you know, all politics aside, I don't care about his politics. He's fucking great. He's making me laugh every day. It's hilarious. He's the funniest
Presidential
politician.
entertainment.
Yeah, he's the funniest politician I've ever listened. I mean, obviously because he's not a politician. It's awesome. So much fun.
So who do you think is gonna win in the next one?
I think Donald Trump's gonna win, dude. I know that's crazy, but the left is they're going so far left that they're becoming fascistic, and people that are students of they're like, yeah, the whole you can't say this, you can't say that sort of vibe.
Cancel culture.
Yeah, it's kind of off-putting to people that you know, don't like fact. You know, I'm a big libertarian sort of guy. I want people to be able to pretty much say and do whatever they want to do. And you know, if that offends you, or you know, grow up a little bit. Now, of course, everything is a shade of gray, right? There is no black and white in my life. I
So,
see all the nuance.
Let me see if I get this straight.
Please.
You are a libertarian. You believe that everybody should have a right to say what they want, but you're critical of people who do disagree with that opinion.
No, I'm critical of those that seek to diminish the First Amendment. That's something that I have a big problem with. I again, you can think the way you want to think, but when you seek to change the laws for everyone to make it more difficult for you to say or think the way you want to think, then that's where I have a problem. And that's where my libertarian streak comes from. If you personally want to think and do something, then I give you all the rights to do that. I say, knock yourself out. Just don't come into my yard and tell me that I have to use proper gendered pronouns when I'm speaking to you. And I know that seems a little strange and maybe even a little bit callous, but we have to be able to understand that as I was growing up, and most people were growing up, that simple words don't necessarily have I'm about to die.
I see.
They shouldn't have these effects that they're having. And I think that there's a lot of false outrage when it comes to again, the nature of, you know, in America they took a lot of statues and they took them, and I agree with that to an extent, but then I also vehemently disagree with that as well, where I said this is what people that don't learn from history do. You know, even if it's bad, you can point at it and say, look, that was bad, let's not do it again. And I think that's important. I understand people that have outrage, and that's fair. But we have to temper that outrage with the ability to critically discern what is really harmful and what isn't. And again, I'm not a supporter of Donald Trump. I support the office of the presidency of the United States, and Donald Trump happens to be the president now. I do not support the impeachment because the two articles of impeachment that have been proposed, neither one of them are illegal. Obstruction of Congress is not illegal, and the other article is. Hang on, let me see what the other article is. Slipping my mind right now. It's the other article of impeachment is also not. Again, did Donald Trump do some shitty stuff? Absolutely, he did. But Donald Trump is not a clever politician, and he's not a very good liar. Other politicians have lied a lot better than he has in the past. What I think Donald Trump has really exposed is he's exposed how the sausages are made in Washington, D.C., and that both sides have been breaking what I would say would not the law, but certainly right and wrong. Like I think we would all agree that a crackhead shouldn't receive $55,000 a month from the Ukraine. I mean, that obviously is a loophole that needs to be closed. That's a big concern of mine as well. Whereas we've identified the problem where we've got all these politicians who have children and families that receive very cushy gigs overseas, and no one is speaking about closing those loopholes so that can't happen again. That's a big concern of mine. I don't think anyone on the left or right should be able to use their position
My
to
target.
make their family wealthy.
Bone pile. Bone pile. Below us.
Got it. Thank you.
Go to the edge, baby.
I think that's a big problem. And I think that obviously we see it on both sides. We see both sides using their name and their positions to make themselves wealthy and make their family members wealthy. And I think that's despicable. But as an independent, I'm allowed to say that because, again, I see shades of gray. Whereas those that are really in their tribe, they can't say things like that. They won't say things like that. And that's sad. You should be able to say, whether or not you're a Democrat or a Republican, you should be able to speak freely on whether shit is right or wrong. And there are plenty of things that are wrong. Again, Donald Trump is a clod, and he's an idiot. But he's my idiot, and he's the president. That may be oversimplifying things. I don't support him. I support the office. Tori, you and we've had. Ooh, I just killed myself. I'm coming up. We've had this conversation before. I know how you feel about Donald Trump, and it's fair. You know, the way you feel about Donald Trump is fair. Donald Trump is not a good person. He's done a bunch of bad things. But this is not a new development in Washington, D.C. politics.
That's like saying you can kill somebody because other people do that.
No, what I'm saying is that if we're not going to hold people accountable in the past, and then we decide that we're going to start holding people accountable now, I find the hypocrisy in that. That's all. I just think it's hypocritical.
So at what point exactly do you start holding people accountable then? Because with that reasoning, you would never hold anybody accountable. Because
that's not true.
Because there's always been somebody who's not been held accountable. And as you said, it would then be hypocrisy to hold somebody else accountable because those other people weren't held accountable.
No, granted, I understand where you're coming from, but what I said to now say that I've looked into the factory and I've seen how sausages are made, and I've always known how sausages are made, but because there's someone that's making the sausage that I don't like, I'm going to raise a fuss about it. I find that to be hypocritical. Nancy Pelosi has been a scoundrel for a long time. You know, Mitch McConnell has been a scoundrel for a long time. These people know what the hell's going on. But because Donald Trump is the president and he's a cad, they're making a stink about it. And I think that's disingenuous. Do I believe Donald Trump should be impeached? No, I don't think he should be impeached. And that may be controversial.
But is that because you don't believe he hasn't done anything wrong, or is it because other people have done the same thing and they weren't held accountable?
Maybe 6 of one and half a dozen of the other, but most importantly is
that's not,
I don't believe what
he's done. With all due respect, that's a politician's answer.
That's fair enough, but let me explain myself. I believe that Donald Trump has done things that are wrong, but I don't believe Donald Trump has done things that are impeachable. And there's a distinction there, right? There's a distinction.
But the big question is, has he still shown you guys like his tax returns, or is that never gonna happen?
Should you be our president? No.
So
No,
you think that's normal? Like nobody else has done it?
I think that's shitty. I think he should show his tax return.
So
I think
that
we
is
should
the main
know
problem.
who he's beholden to.
We should know how he's getting his money. So
agreed, and who
wouldn't want to know it?
That would
but
be
that's the
able to
thing.
affect
That's
the
not
way-
a big deal. That's the sad
what
part
my-
about the
my
party
big-
lines, right?
My big thing is, let me tell you.
I
what
agree
my
with you.
big thing- Let
Go
me
ahead,
tell you
CJ.
what my big thing is. Okay. Out of all this blah blah back and forth, this and that and the other, and I've done nothing wrong and they've done nothing wrong and blah blah blah. My big thing is, which neither the media or nobody else ever, is that if
Come
you've
down.
done nothing wrong, why don't you just present the shit that you've done nothing wrong to the public?
You want me to get on this
Why-
boat pile?
Yeah.
Why
I'll listen
don't
to you, CJ. Go
just-
ahead, bro.
Why don't you just say, you know what? Everything was great and perfect and beautiful and whatever the fuck. I don't even give a fuck about that because, our governments, I've worked for our government, done things in our government. I understand how the whole inside shit works, but if you've done nothing wrong, why are you so big on trying to hide anything you've ever done?
I agree with you. If you've got nothing to hide, then flip your cards over.
Fucking
Show us what's.
Show us what the fuck is what. That's my
I-
big thing. That's my big thing. It's like, hey, look, if none of your people have done anything wrong, then why the fuck don't you just fucking let them testify, let them do, let them speak for themselves.
Now, here's interesting. I got to kill this thing, and I'll tell you. The question is Donald Trump? Is he the murderer or is he the coroner?
Oh, of course he's not. He's not smart enough. He's just like Bush. Cheney was the murderer.
So I guess what I mean to say is, when the DNC rigged the primaries and Hillary Clinton bought the DNC and all, hang on, I gotta kill this monster. And all the things that happened, and we realized that there was issues with our political system. I don't believe Donald Trump killed the political state of the United States. I believe that was already on its way to being murdered. I believe, and not just on the Democrat side. Again, don't get me twisted. But when you rig the primary and then rig your nomination, and then I didn't have him, by the way, and then you take Bernie Sanders, who could have legitimately made a very profound difference. And I'm not a Sanders supporter, but I believe everyone should have a fucking fair shake. And this guy, why am I dying? Does this guy have a reflex?
You're standing too close. Remember?
Too close to what? To him?
Yeah, he farts.
You see
So-
where I'm standing, mate? I'm like halfway
All
across the
right,
room.
the bone shards. Bone shards. Okay, I'll let's reset it. Bone shards. Remember bone shards attack?
No, I don't remember. What is that? Is it a
He
reflection?
he selects you and kills, attacks you a lot. CJ got the
Okay.
one when he died. You got it.
All right, I'll retreat. Oh no, never mind. You're there. So again, I don't think Donald Trump murdered the system. I think that the system was already, unfortunately, kind of broken. We need to make some serious changes in America to make sure that we can get the money out of politics. And there are several things that we can, including changing our political system from 2 4-years to 1 6-year, getting all the money out of politics, and of course, setting term limits across pretty much every office in the land, including potentially the Supreme Court. And we have to do things to change the nature of the corruption of the game. And as the table is laid right now, it's just easier to be corrupt. As a matter of fact, you kind of have to be corrupt to win. And I think that's tragic. I think it's terrible. I don't want Donald Trump to be the president of the United States. I never did. I didn't vote for him. I never supported him as a candidate. Having said that, as Tor knows, I wouldn't have voted for Hillary Clinton either.
This time, just stand behind him. I'll tank him over on this side.
Okay, is this good over here?
Yeah.
Way away from him.
Yep. Good. No. Stand right behind him.
So you're the reason we're in this mess, then.
Yeah, I am. I didn't vote.
We should sue you.
You should.
It's the American way.
Heal yourself to full, Derek.
Our household voted for Barack Obama twice. So we were very willing to vote for another Democrat. But the game was rigged and it was shitty.
When you say our household, do you mean yourself?
No, my wife and I.
I
My
realize
wife?
that. But both you and your wife, or just your wife?
Yeah. Both my wife and I voted for Barack Obama twice.
And where did you live again?
Pardon me?
Where did you live again?
I live in Florida.
Oh, so you really screwed us over.
Yeah, I broke it. For real. Yeah, I just want
Smoother?
integrity.
Integrity weed.
That's all I want. I want one sane candidate.
Yeah,
So it's-
congratulations. You got that with Donald.
I don't know if he's sane. I mean, I believe that Donald Trump is on amphetamine. In fact, I'm almost positive that he takes drugs because his energy levels are unsustainable at 73 years of age.
Is it a sniffing?
Well, I've heard rumors about the drugs that he does take, and
The ones in
It's
his
big-
drawer? At work?
yes,
Yeah, I seen the picture.
and yeah, I believe that. Again, if you only sleep for 4 hours a day, and you're running around like a freaking lunatic, you're on drugs. You're on some
wow.
drugs, bro.
Okay, who needs these
Ooh,
boots? 'Cause I already have them.
me.
Who needs what? Oh yeah, take those boots.
Yeah, I think you have them.
Yeah. I have a good neck. I just rolled a pretty good neck.
Yeah,
Better
that's a
than what I
great one.
had.
Yeah. I rolled an interesting earring. You might be able to use it. It's the one with TACMET.
I can definitely use
Thank
that.
you. Okay, here we go.
Thank you. Yeah, I can definitely use that on my guard.
Sweet. Well, this was fun.
Excellent.
Who needs healers? Ha!
That's too easy.
This and even the Shadow-Roost is even easier on T2.
And Tor, I'll give you a spoiler. If the Democrats run Joe Biden, I will not be voting again. So there's that. If they run Bernie Sanders, Tulsi Gabbard, hell, I'd even vote for Andrew Yang. Any one of those three, I would vote for. If they run Joe Biden, I will not be voting. And you can be mad at me for another 4 years.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Go
Considering you've been talking like how bad the political system, you're willing to vote for a person whose main political pledge is to actually give people money, actual money.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna head off now. Let's see if anybody else is streaming. I'm gonna go quickly raid them and then I'm off to bed. Nobody else is streaming, so I'm off. Catch you guys tomorrow. Bye.